Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Once you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Join the Clockwork crew. Well, you'll be notified every single time that I upload, which is every single Monday, like clockwork. Mondays, like clockwork. Most Mondays, guys, I'm going through a lot. But I'm back. I did take 2 weeks off. I just had to. It was a lot going on mentally and at home, and it's just a lot of I hate things that. But finally, I'm back with another video, and we're getting into some new makeup, new to me anyway. So I have this package from Alter Ego Beauty. I'm excited. I did see some of this stuff online, and it looks good. I'm just hoping the quality is there too. And from the palettes I've seen, it's going to be a wearable look, as you guys love. But I like colorful stuff. But yeah, so I'm ready to get into this first impressions, this try on, or whatever you guys want to call it. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. But if you guys are ready to get in some new makeup with me, keep on watching. I just want to apologize for the lighting. I know that it's been a little in here. I'm trying to figure it out. So hopefully when I have some time off, I can do that. Well, let's get into... And it's not my address, so we're fine. We got the mermaid unboxing knife. Sorry if I sound a little off. When I say I'm having a time, but these have been sitting here and we need to get on it. I have things that I need to do. Videos need to get out, and December is a really, really busy month, and I'm extremely stressed about it. So everything's packaged safe. Oh, wait. There's 2 palettes. Oh, and there's something else. What is this? Okay, so. All right. So, here's the first palette. I know I've seen the Mirage Palette online. I just didn't know what else. Superfly. When I say that they were not plain, because they did not. Oh, I did see this one. This is the Sakura Palette 15 color pressed powder palette. It's very pretty. By Alter Ego. What is? Come on. Alright. The packaging is really nice. So it's cruelty free. Not vegan. It doesn't say vegan. So. Sorry. Just reading the ingredients. So, first impressions, it's very, very cute, very, very pretty. How many? 15 color pressed palette. They do have squares with the names on the back. It doesn't show the color, however, but I don't always like that, but hopefully the names are on the palette. It just makes it easier. They are. Okay, so here, hopefully I can bend the mirror back just to show you guys. Okay, there we go. So it's what I would expect from the theme of the palette, so it's very nice. My only thing is there's a lot of, like, these are pretty cool toned. So, I don't know how they look on me or anyone darker without using, like, a white base. I'm sure it could be done, but again, they're pretty pale. So I don't know that this is melanin friendly. Yeah. I'm probably not going to use this one today, but I'll save this one for another video so we can get into it, just because none of these colors are really speaking to me. Like that middle row, I think that's not an issue for anyone to use. So that's the Spring, Petal, and Cherry. I think those 3, literally, if you have a transition, you go in with a crease shade, and then you put the cherry on the lid. That would be a good look. You could do that. It's just that these Wilton Hazy are just pretty cool tone. I just don't know. They might come out ashy. Pale and Sky, I'm not 100%. Oh, well, Sky will be okay. I think these 3 would make a good look. You could do that. I just wish there was a darker shade that was not a shimmer. Like Groove is deeper, but it does have flecks of glitter in it. I just feel like I need one more darker matte. and that would have been good. So here's the palette. Has a pretty nice mirror. Really clear mirror, actually. Probably, but I'm not answering it. But yeah, so it's a really nice mirror, really nice palette. I'm just not sure about those colors being for everyone, if you know what I mean. But despite having the names on the back, they do have the names on the palette, which only helps you if you're making tutorials, to be completely honest. So there's that. As long as they don't put it on this thing like Sephora did, hated it. But let's move on to the next palette, which is probably what I'm ready. That's what I'm going to use, and I knew that. So, all right. So here's the Mirage Palette. It just looks so beautiful and like very nice sunset. So I'm expecting some warm tones in here. Hopefully there's a purple. I don't really remember from what I've seen online. Again, I've had this for like a few weeks. Life has just been lifing really, really hard. So it's nice. So again, same thing on the back. Let's open it up. Yeah. Whoa. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a warm eye, but so here's what is I don't know. So I need to, what does the back say? Because it says 18 colors pressed powder palette. But it's not all powder. All right, I have to show you. I've never been so perplexed, but also like, why has no one done this before in a palette? Like, this is kind of crazy. I'm trying not to mess up the mirror, but. So Conquer is like a purple tone shade. We have Stone, that's like an ashier purple brown thing. Here's a palette. Do you guys see what I see? Because these two, Crypt and Dusk, look like cream. Like cream shadows or eyeliners. That's so interesting to put in a palette, because if they're cream shadows, if you could use them also as a liner. This is like a travel palette, I'm just saying. But also Sirocco, okay, so that's it on my, because I barely touched it a little bit, because I'm like, there's this like middle part. I'm sorry, I'm just so perplexed. The middle, it looked like a Vaseline, like a clear petroleum jelly in the middle of this shadow. I hope, I'm gonna try to get it so you can see. And it's glitter around it, but like when you rub it, it's like a cream highlight. Like, that's how I would use this as a highlight. It's beautiful. I just feel, are most of the, I'm gonna touch something else. Are all of them like that? We're just kind of like creamy? I think they are. That one is carrot with a K, carrot. I don't know. Listen to me. That's what it looks like. So maybe Sirocco separated. I don't know, but they, so far, two of them feel like that. Really, really creamy. I'm gonna touch Odyssey. I don't like finger swatches really, but I have not been this excited for a palette in a very, very, very long time. It's very, very pretty. It's like burgundy, but it has like pink and a little, look at that. That's insane. But yeah, everything feels so creamy and so nice. I'm just hoping. All right, we're gonna get into this palette because I want to. I'm thinking, I guess, a darker eye. Oh, this is crazy. Wow. Okay, wait, there's one more item. I've without words, okay, because I've never seen this in a palette. What we got? We got an Ulta, you got Eyeshadow Base. Oh, we got a base. Okay. I'm excited now. Because a lot of a lot of companies do not send me a base. They're just like, okay, so it's lighter. So we're gonna get some pigment in Jesus' name. I'm just gonna use this. Only thing on my lids right now are concealer. On my lids is concealer. English, girl. All right, so I'm gonna go into this eyeshadow base. We're gonna try it. Do I have a brush that I could use for it? Where is my synthetic? I'll use this one. This is from my Luck. This is the Morphe X Lucky Charms. This is a LC4. I'm just gonna use this to blend it in because why not? First of all, that mirror is filthy. We're gonna use the Mirage mirror. I don't think I've ever been this excited for a palette in a very, very long time. So, I hope this is... I hope this works. I'm just gonna blend it out. I'm just gonna pack it in. All over the lid. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a little... like it's separating. I don't know how I feel about that. All right, again, this was sent to me by the company. A representative reached out, but that does not mean I'm not gonna give my honest opinion. So far, I think I've been pretty honest. But, I'm trying to give everything a fair shot. But this primer, I think it's like separating, or like it's not, I don't know. Again, there's only concealer on my lid, and it looks like the primer needs a base down because most of the concealer is under where my brow is, and that's where you can see the difference to where it looks like it's separating, but it looks like it's doing pretty well over the concealer. So what I'm going to do now, I guess I should do it. I'm just going to reapply concealer on my lids as a base, and then apply this and blend it out and come back and show you how it works. Hopefully that does it, and we can get on with the show. So I ditched the brush, I reapplied my concealer as a base, and then I went in with the eyeshadow base, which is the eyeshadow primer. I just used the applicator here. You kind of have to pack it on to really get like some kind of coverage. Personally, I'm not really like, see, there's still like patches, and it's like I don't want to use anything else because I don't want it to lift the base off of my eye. I also I don't really like that it's not matte. Like, I would have preferred something more matte because it just dries down a little better. This is a little, to me, it feels a little greasy, and I don't really like that. I don't know how it's gonna dry down, however, so we'll see with that. But first impressions, yeah, I mean, you want a tacky base, but first impressions, I'm not in love with it. It's a little weird for me, so I just don't really like that. Now, I'm ready to get started. So I'm just gonna go in with my large fluffy blending brush. It's been through, I should really get a new brush. I'm gonna go into Bush, and I'll try to put it on the screen so it's just a little easier for all of us. All right, so just from dipping my brush in, there's a lot of kick up. Usually is a good sign that it's going to be pigmented. If you remember, No Miss Cosmetics palettes and shadows are pretty soft, so you do want to go in with a lighter hand to reduce the kick up, but the pigmentation is always there, so I'm hoping it's like that. And I'm just going to use this as a transition. I'm going to tell you right now, just from that, I do not like how it's performing with the base. All right, so real good, I'm just gonna take the base off and just put down the concealer. We'll start I want to give the shadows a fair shot, so we're gonna do that right now. Okay. I just want to say, just to be transparent, I do not like that base at all. I don't like how it applied. I don't like how the shadows move on top of it. Maybe I needed to let it dry down a little bit longer. However, taking it off, I don't like that. I usually just, for any eye look, even at the most complicated looking eye look, colorful, lots of pigments, lots of primers, sealers, sealants to mix pigments into shadows. I've never had such a hard time taking something off where I could not just use micellar water and a cotton round. I had to go into my LMS Rose Water Pro Collagen Balm to get it off. I have to use an oil. Like, it was crazy. But we moved past it. Kind of messed me up a little bit because some of that balm got on my contact, so vision is a little blurry. Hopefully it'll pass in a second, but just had to let you guys know that I really am not fond of it. Maybe you guys have better results. Maybe there's ways to make it better. I just don't know right now, but first impressions, I'm not a fan of it. Applying it, using shadow on top of it, or taking it off. It's hard. Like, if you don't have a balm, I don't know how you're gonna take it off. So that's that. But we move large fluffy blending back into bush. Now I'm just gonna go in lightly with my brush since I know that it's a softer shadow. Knock off some of the excess, and now a transition. See, do you see the difference? It's just, even though my concealer is probably still a little wet, it's not skipping and dragging. And we could just get that on there. So it's pulling a little pink, like a little red in there, but that's fine. But yeah, I really did have such a hard time taking it off. Like, I don't think I've ever experienced that with a base or like taking off my eyeshadows at all, where I had to stop using micellar water and go in and use a balm or an oil. Like, that was crazy, and I just was trying not to get frustrated because that doesn't help anyone. But yeah, that was insane. I gotta figure out how to make it better. Or, you know, it's okay if something's not for me. It was just a first impression, so I'm just giving you guys my honest thoughts. And this is what is happening in real time, so. But the shadow, so far, this one is blending really, really nicely. It's a little more red than I thought it would be. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe a more brown, but I know my lighting isn't great right now either, so. All right, next I'm gonna go into Endless, which is like a deeper brown. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't know what's going on the lid. I have no idea, but I just want to do something simple for like a first impression, something that anyone can do. We're gonna go into that Morphe E36. Yeah, see, when you're going with the lighter hand, it's far less kick up. Like, you just have to remember that. I think I'm gonna use that Odyssey shade on the lid because why not? All right, now that I'm putting another shadow on top, I think they blend well together. I feel like now I'm feeling it's like a little, I don't know if it's like a little harder to blend right now, or the concealer's not dry, or there's still leftover base. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna hold that against the palette, but so it doesn't look like it's doing well. You guys, you know, it's not like super hard to blend. Off camera, I did completely finish one eye. We gotta talk, right? We need to talk. I just cut the crease of my concealer once again. My current concealer that I'm using is the Quickie by the Naked Quickie concealer that could also work as a foundation. How does it? I don't think so. I think it's a concealer. I'm not talking fast, y'all. Listen slow. At First, on the lid, I went in with Odyssey. That was it'll be on the screen. That's the one I had swatched sometime. It was like burgundy and pink, and no. It was just too close to the outer corner shade, which is Endless, because it actually does have a lot more red and purple in it than you expect. So that's why it's cute. So I went in with Carrot right on top. I need you guys to see how it applies. Maybe if I brought my... I'm just going to switch to this brush because it's smaller, but listen, I'm not getting back up. It's gorgeous. You just have to see it, though. You do. You have to see it. And then I used Dusk, which is that black cream shade, as a liner, which is fine. It's very comparable to my favorite gel liner by Ruby Kisses, which is just in black. So it's really good. And which also means that when you're ready to do a smoky eye, that's a great shade to use on the lid. I always use my Ruby Kisses gel liner for the lid. It just gives a really intense black liner. I don't know that it's going to dry down. It still looks pretty, yeah. I don't think it dries down as a true gel liner would. So keep that in mind. It can get messy. So just use your thinker for that. I just went in with an angled brush for that. But I'm going to show you guys the lid. So we're going to go in just a small brush because my other one is just in the bathroom. But it's very soft. But look at that. Ugh. I was really excited. It's really beautiful. And it looks this pigmented and this good, even with the Odyssey shade underneath. And I should probably use this to touch up the other side because it's really... Like, you don't have to go over it multiple times. It's just gorgeous. I'm just cleaning it up. But look how beautiful that is. Let me just, on this side. That's sometimes why I like using a smaller brush. You can just really get in there and pack it on. Definitely do this before your base because I am absolutely getting fallout on myself. Not really, like, not too much on the face, honestly, but I'm getting fallout on my baddie. Don't know what that's about. I apologize. I'm going through a lot of things. So I'm a little manic. But everything blended out so beautifully. Just so nice. I'm just going to go back into my E36, into Endless. And again, just lightly go in and kind of rotate your brush so it's coated. And I promise you, the fallout has greatly been reduced. Just gonna blend this out. I think they look so nice. I think the colors look great together. The shadows are amazing. Before I do the liner part, I'm just gonna clean this brush off a little bit. And I'm going to go into Sirocco. And I'm going to use this as a brow bone highlight. Because I think I'm going to use it as a highlight. Oh, wait, chunk's getting on me. I think I'm going to use it as a highlight for my face as well. I just think it's very, very beautiful. This is such like a all-in-one palette, if I'm being completely honest with you. And I'm really, really impressed. Really impressed. Because so far I've dug into 5-6 shadows. And everything looks really, really good. So this Sirocco is like a rose gold, really, when you put it on. It's so nice. But I'm just going to show you guys how I did some of the liner. Again, this is also a Morphe X Lucky Charm brush with my blue hairs in the spoolie. Gross. Don't worry about that. And I'm just going to go into the shade and show you guys the liner. I'll probably have to touch it up a little bit later. But I just wanted you guys to see that it is really creamy. Look how it just glides, if you couldn't even see that. But it's nice. My only thing is that I don't know how it'll dry down. If it'll remain, like, not that you should be touching your eyes anyway, but like, I'm going to be putting on lashes. And I'm not going to want it to be all, sliding all over the place. Yeah, I definitely have to go back over this. But just to show you guys that it's pretty easy to apply. And we're just about done. I'm just gonna go ahead, finish up off camera, come back, give you guys my final thoughts. I'm definitely using that Sirocco shade as a highlight for the rest of my face. So I can't wait to show you guys that. Hopefully it does work well with my foundation. All right. I'll be back.
This right here is my mug. In slow motion, my mug. A beauty shot you can't compare to. So book me and I'll do it for you.
This is the final look. I love it. Most of it was done with this palette. I did go ahead and add the Sirocco shade. Just want to see. Yeah. As a highlight, you can see it on the bridge of my nose. I use it as a brow bone highlight. I did use it on my Cupid's bow and my cheeks, but I did have to go in for those sections because it's larger. I did have to go in with my Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in number 1. I think some y'all know I don't know numbers. But the gold one, just to, you know, take up a little bit more real estate, but it's still beautiful. You guys can see the nose is, maybe you can't see because my lights are bad, but I think the look came out so nice. I think it's layered. You get depth. It's just beautiful. The shimmer's gorgeous. I don't know what it is, what formula that is, but I love it. I do. The shadows were really good. The only thing is the like cream shadow, like the dusk is the black that I use as a liner. I did just go over it with like a felt tip liner just so that it could dry down a little bit more. I felt like it was just taking a little while to do so. I do not have any complaints. I have 0 complaints about the palette itself. You guys know how I feel about this base. I don't care for it at all. I'm sorry. But just being completely honest and transparent, I did not have a good time using it. But I did not have a good time using it. Not even with the shadows. I just felt like it was skipping. And it was just not giving a flawless application, which kind of made me feel like when I took off as much as I could before, that maybe I left some on, but it was a little hard to blend together. Just a little bit. After that little hump, they blend so beautifully together. I think you can get so many different looks out of this palette, like natural glam. This is not very natural. This is a very dramatic glam. I think it's very beautiful the way you can layer it. I would like, look at my hair. Usually I would say it would need a black, but this cream black that I was able to use as a liner, I'm telling you, the way I do my smoky eyes now with black, I always use a gel liner, so this is amazing. And there's a brown, so you can do a brown smoky eye, you can do brown liner. A lot of people do like brown liner. I just realized that I didn't put any liner on my lower lash line, which I wanted to do like a pink, but they'll be in pictures somewhere. The lip combo is the usual. We're not focused on that, guys. Focus. It's this palette. Like, I really, really do love it. I've used 6 shades out of this palette. I love it. I really do. This is so good. I'm not sure how this Sakura palette's gonna go, only for the actual shades, because they're very pale and pastel, and I'm not. You know, I got a little melanin, like a cinnamon, like a lightly toasted toast, like a French vanilla coffee. So usually a white base, like a lot of colors do show on me. It takes a lot of time, but like for them to not look very ashy, is a little hard for me and anyone darker than me. So we're really gonna have to test this out, see if it's brown girl friendly, because we're gonna have to be honest here, but this palette is amazing for everyone. When I say that carrot shade was so beautiful, now there's some mess in the pan from the shimmers, but that's it. Once again, going in very lightly with your brush into the matte shades, and you'll have little to no fallout, and the pigment is still there because that endless shade is what's in my crease and outer corner, and I think it is popping. I think it's so beautiful. I think it's listen, I really, really love it. ooh, it came out so nice. But that is it, guys. Here's my first impressions and my unboxing for the Mirage and Sakura palette by Alter Ego. So you can go to shopalterego.com to purchase one. I do have a code. Check out the description box below for my code. I do not get anything for it, but you guys can get 10% off on your order. I was offered to get a little commission, but I just feel like where I'm at now and the pressure to push products out, and it's too much to get the sales. I'd rather you guys benefit from it because I already have the palette, you know? Palettes. So I definitely will highly recommend this palette. Absolutely. If you can get it, get it. I put the Instagram, their store link in the description box below. I will also link you directly to this palette because I feel like everybody, you need it. It's so nice. I'm so happy for, and like, I'm telling you, if you don't want like a really yellow gold, like Carrot, you could go into Cleopatra, which is like more champagne. Pyramid is more toned down, but like, and then there's Heat, that's a rose gold. Sirocco is like a rose gold as well. I've noticed that when I put it on. Odyssey is cool. You just have to, I think Odyssey will work best if you have like a black. Just so that it's just way too close to Endless when I tried it. So that's just something to keep in mind. But y'all, I love this. I think this is a win. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that they reached out and sent it to me because this palette is bomb. It's really, really good. Let's get a... I have to stop with my thumbnail pictures. I have to take real thumbnail pictures, but they just make me laugh so bad. So... yeah, but that's it, guys. If you like the video, if you like the look, let me know in the comments down below. Sorry for taking some time off, but December is very, very hectic for me. You guys know my annual shoot is coming up. You guys don't see the results until my birthday, but I do shoot a month in advance. So that behind the scenes is next week. This week? Oh my God, it's this week. I have to film this week, start editing, start getting everything together, all of my props. I honestly need an assistant for that shoot. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you are in New York City and Queens and you're gonna be available December 8th, hit me up on Instagram. I legit need an assistant. Just let me know. But yeah, a lot of things are happening. I have my Christmas look, New Year's Eve. It's a lot, but I'm trying to get back. We're gonna get it together, and I'm gonna get it together for you guys. 2024. I'm hoping for nothing of what has happened in 2023. This is actually a terrible year for me. So I hate it. But you know it's not terrible? This palette. So give this video a thumbs up for me. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Once you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Join the Clockwork crew so you'll be notified every single time that I upload, which is every single Monday like clockwork. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and sticking with me. Until next time.